Okay, so issues with the head. The first thing I noticed is that you're not using a Maya project. I can see that your scene is just sitting out in a folder called Wally raafat module 7.1. And so what you should be doing is working within a Maya project. So in module 1 on page 6, it says setting up and using projects. And this shows you how to work within a Maya project. So there's a video here, and you can see that a project is a folder that has all these subfolders in it. One of the folders is called Scenes, and you're going to want to save all your scene files in the Scenes directory of the project folder, and all your textures and your image planes in the Source Images directory of that same project folder. So, and this shows you how to do that, but just real quickly, you go to File, Project window, and you can, if you don't already have a project, you can make a new project. You can give it a name like Anim623, for example. Browse to the location on your computer where you want it, and then hit Accept, and then it'll make all these subfolders inside that project folder. And then you want to save all of your scene files in the scenes directory of that project, and all your source images, like your textures and image planes, in the source images directory of that project. And then before you open your file, you should go File, Set Project, and then set it to the folder. You would select the folder of the project that you've made, and then it's set. And do that before you open your scene file. Um, so that's the first thing. The second thing is the head hasn't been UV mapped. And I think if you watched my last critique, you would see that. I don't know if you're watching these videos, but you should watch the videos of the critiques in the discussion area of the class. So this is not UV mapped at all. It looks like you just did like a planar map on it or something and never cut it up. So I can see there's this cut kind of randomly here and randomly there. I don't even know. Maybe that's just issues with the model. It's not even cut. So I'm going to delete history and then do UV planar, and then yeah, so those are, this isn't even a cut, this is just an issue with the model. So let's check, and the thing on the back of the ear. So let's check out what's going on with this first. Yeah, that's a hole in the model, and this is a hole. So the first thing I would do is select all these verts and do edit mesh, merge option 0.001 merge, and then let's do that planar again, UV planar, and see if those things went away. They did not. Okay. Oh, I can see this one. The problem here is this edge isn't going. Yeah, that this edge is just stopping right in the middle there, so that has nothing to merge with. And this is, I can see these are slightly, these two are slightly off, so I'll do edit mesh, merge to center for those two, and that might help. I don't know if I have symmetry on. Seems like I did. And oh, that's interesting. You have this edge on one side and not the other. Let's just delete it from this side. Shift right mouse click delete edge. And let's try that again. UV planar and see if those go away. They did not. Oh, and you have this thing going on as well. Well, it's not symmetrical also, so maybe let's, yeah, clearly not symmetrical at all. Yeah, and these, you've got some five-sided faces here. I feel like you're not looking at the critique videos because I think I would have gone over this stuff in the critique, but anyway, let's put that in. Let's turn off symmetry. Let's delete half the head. Oh, there's not even an edge loop. Yeah, you have all these. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is kind of a mess. But definitely we're going to want a line down the center here. Just make sure the dot turns red before you click. I'm just going to get to that point. Let me just. Wow, I wonder why you deleted that in the first place. I'm just holding down shift to get these exactly to the center. That one's being funny. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, look at this weird one there. Just gonna delete that. Shift right mouse click, delete vertex. There we go, that, and then I'm just holding control and shift to get that center one in there, and then here to hold down shift to get that in the center. Man, I guess we've got to do all these too now. Okay, so we've got that center line in, not in the back. Here we go. Just holding down shift, so that's at 50%. Okay, alright, now, yeah, maybe let's flatten this out a bit. I mean, there's a lot of work you could be doing. I mean, they've got overlapping edges and faces here. This area is kind of a mess. I might use this set mirroring. Okay, now it is. Hold down B and click and drag to change the size. And then just like smooth this to kind of that's the smooth thing. You can also try relax, can do some of the same thing. And then let's delete history, Alt Shift D, and then I'm gonna delete off half the face, turn off symmetry. Just check my selection here. And you couldn't do that without that center line down the middle. I can see there's an extra vert here. Just deleted that. Okay, and let's select the verts along the center. And check that selection too. Sure I'm not missing any and that there's not any extra. Okay, and then W, and then make sure this is on absolute transform, 0 in the X direction. Okay, I can see these move slightly. Right mouse click, object, shift right mouse click, mirror options, cut geometry is off, combine with original is on, merge with border vertices, custom 0.001 mirror. Okay, now that's symmetrical at least. There's still a lot of geometry problems on this thing, but let's delete history again. But let's see if that's good enough to send to Mudbox. I'll just assign a new material in case you haven't already done that. Let's call this head material. Just going to save a version of this now that I've done all that work. Alright, let's see if it wants to send a mudbox now. Um, let's try launching mudbox first. Okay. It doesn't want to send it at all. I'm not even getting an error. So I would just do this manually. So file, export selection options, export selection. I'm just going to call this head. You would put this. Yeah, I don't have my project set up, but what you would do is you would set up a my project as I detailed at the beginning of this video, and save this into your scenes folder. And then we'll go into Mudbox and import. Oh, I did that as an FBX file. I didn't actually mean to do that. Well, it'll work the same as I thought I did it as a my scene file. Yeah, there's just a lot of geometry problems with this. But oh my god, you'd have to really go through this and clean it up. I mean, there's just so many vertexes and all over the place and weird edges and stuff. But anyway, it should still work, hopefully. I'm just gonna test it. Whoops. Maybe not. Hmm. Seems like the UV map has completely failed. Let me try exporting as a what I thought I did in the first place, which was a. It says my binary right there. My binary. No, it's head.mp. So why didn't Mudbox? Maybe it doesn't want to take that. Huh. Let's try it as an obj. So I'm changing the file type to obj. It's probably going to be the same issues. Is it that I have mirror? Oh, I have mirror on here, that's why. Alright, let's turn mirror off, and let's flood this, and Oh, it's still mirroring it. Which makes me think somehow the UV map is messed up. Oh wait, I never UV mapped it. That's. I'm sorry. I got so absorbed with the modeling, I didn't UV map it because this was never. Yeah, this was never UV map. So let's do that. Yeah, I mean, there's still so many modeling errors in this that it still might be problematic, but let's at least UV map it. Um, take that one, go around the ears. Yeah, I mean, there's still problems in here. I'm not sure why it's having a hard time with that edge, but anyway. Okay, I'll click here and have symmetry on. No. Shift X. Okay, cut along there, cut along the ears. Alright. Click here, Shift X. Okay. Maybe from here to there. Oh, didn't like that. Okay. I'll just deselect the front there. Can do the nostrils. Okay. And now let's unfold, Control U. And it failed. Let's see if this one works. Okay. And then maybe now that I've done that one, maybe the regular unfold will work. Nope. Maybe if we do it one shell at a time. Let's turn off symmetry. Never actually seen that before. Let's try laying these out. Control L. Okay, at least it does that. Let's take a look at the checkers. Actually, that looks pretty good. Anyways, I'm going to save this. Alright, now let's set the UVs are unfolded. Let's try just setting this to Mudbox. Nope. Okay, it might be because I never put it in a project folder and set the project to begin with, like I was telling you. Let's try OBJ export. Okay, and let's just test this. Okay, just as like a quick test. right mouse click, export selected. Probably do it as JPEG. And you would put this in your source images directory of the project you're currently set to. I'm just putting it here because we don't have that folder, but that's what you would do. Like you have that, but that's not the actual source images directory that the project thing builds. So I'll just put it in with the rest of these. Okay. Just delete history on this. Alt Shift D. Color map. File. Browse. Oh, that completely failed. That's fascinating. Um, well, I mean, it's sort of looking like you'd have to go through this and fix all of your geometry problems, of which there are a great many. Um, and also put things into a project folder and put things in the appropriate folders. But I don't know, I can't get it to work. I think there's just too many little geometry problems. For example, if you look at select use constraints, let's go to face here and look next and n-sided. You know, all of those faces have more than 4 sides, so you'd want to fix every single one of those faces. Um, but I don't know why it's having so many problems. But I think it's just a combination of all the geometry problems and that it's not in a project folder and a seeds folder and all that. Um, so I guess if you went through and fixed all those geometry problems, you can give it a shot again, and then I'll send you a character you can use as well if you want to do that.